What's up? Okay. There we go. What's up, Jack? It worked. Boom! Subi. Oh, Magoo, what's up? Big E, Mike, Eric, Dennis, what's up? Okay, so I started this chat. Still did not work. Ivan, you got to click the thing. So Renzo, what's happening? Gary, Robert, Music for the Soul, Kenneth, Randy, Brett, what's up? So I started the stream on private. Then I restarted it on public, but it didn't. But the notification did not go out. I was just doing a stream on Instagram. Who was on that? Anybody here? I know some of you were. What's up, Martin? So I want to tell the story on the Zeppelin video. This is a very funny story. I think it is. I kind of told it on Instagram. I didn't tell the whole story. So I kept thinking, okay, Aaron turned me on to this thing on YouTube that's it's YouTube like song policies or something like that. And you can look up to see if a song's going to get blocked or not on that. But I use it, but it tells me every song's going to get blocked. And obviously, every song is not going to get blocked. What's up, Jerry? So I usually will go on YouTube and I'll see if there are videos that people put up, like lyric videos of songs, things like that. And if there are, I know that the video won't get blocked if there's other things. Oh, by the way, my book is on sale. Ruben just said, what's the price of my book? It's 20% off right now. RB911. It's actually for tomorrow's live stream, but I decided to put it up for today. Anybody that wants to get anything in my store, it's 20% off with that code right now. So, anyways, my brother, his band did a cover of Good Times, Bad Times, my brother's cover band. They put it on YouTube about 2 years ago. He told me this morning. I talked about this on Instagram, but he said as soon as they put it up, it got taken down. But he told me today that it appeared on YouTube again just recently. He said, I was looking on YouTube on their channel. He said, all of a sudden, it's back. Okay? And they did a Hotel California video that they put up there, and the Eagles take everything down. So there's no covers of these bands. There's no covers of Eagles songs on YouTube. None. You cannot do a cover of an Eagles song. Apparently, I guess you can't do it if it sounds too close to the original, or if you use the Eagles name or something. They just take anything down. Renzo, if there's something in the Beato book you're confused with, you don't need to exchange opinions. Just ask me. Just text me or email me, rickbeato1@gmail. So here's the funny part. So I was looking on that thing, and I was looking for Pink Floyd, if there's any Pink Floyd songs that I can do. So I looked through my Pink Floyd songs, and I'm typing them out, and I said, oh, wow, there's one I can do, Pink Floyd. Not every Pink Floyd song is a blocker. Now, there's a lot of versions of these Pink Floyd songs, right? But there's a couple that I can do. So I thought, you know what? Let me research Zeppelin, and let me look and see if there's a song that'll work. So I go and I look at Whole Lotta Love. That just is the first song I looked at. So this is the thing. There's a thing on YouTube where you can look and see which ones you can do, but that doesn't always mean, if it says you can't do it, but if there's covers already on YouTube of it, you pretty much have an idea that they're not going to take it down. So I look and I say, oh my God, A Whole Lotta Love you can do, but there's many versions of it. Tons of versions of it, right? But these are versions, I believe, from other records. Well, so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. So I make the video. I spend 12 hours making it or whatever. I start uploading it, and I say, let me check again. So I type in Led Zeppelin Whole Lotta Love, and it says, you can't use the video. I said, what? What? And I said, how could I have screwed this up? I looked it up like 3 times. I started scrolling down, and I click on another one that says Led Zeppelin, but it didn't say Led Zeppelin. It said Les Zeppelin, okay, L-E-Z, Zeppelin. I mistook that with my bad eyesight for Led Zeppelin. That one I could use, their version of Whole Lotta Love, whoever they are, I could use. So here I am, I'm uploading the video. It's almost uploaded. And I'm thinking, I spent 12 hours making this video, and it's a Chick Zeppelin tribute band. Okay. And here it is. It's going to get blocked. I cannot believe this. So I was freaking out last night. It was, it was 10 o'clock or so. So I call Aaron up. You know them, Save Your Money? Wow. What's up, Ethan? So I call Aaron up. You guys know Aaron. And I said, oh, man, you're not going to believe this. So I went in to the Zeppelin video, the official video, and I took all the information, who the publisher is, Atlantic Records, everything. And that's the only thing I put in there, all the official stuff that comes on the actual real video. And I put it up unlisted. I switched it to unlisted because it gets blocked even if it's unlisted. It gets blocked. Because I just tried it with Fleetwood Mac again, doing the same thing to see. So I call Aaron 10 minutes later. I said, man, it's not blocked yet. He said, you're kidding me. I said, no. I said, if I make it public now, is it going to post it? He said, let me look it up. So I hear him type it out. He goes, yeah. He said, yeah, if you hit publish, if you go in and make it listed, it'll publish it if it hasn't been published. So I published it, and then all the comments start coming in, and everybody watches it because everybody's thinking it's going to get blocked, which it still might. You downloaded it there. Hard shit, is that how you say it? Cheatwood hack. Yeah, so everybody was telling me, we're saying they're downloading. So everybody was like, oh man, it's gonna get taken down. And I figured, oh, it will get taken down. But it didn't. It did not get taken down. And my brother watched it today. He's like, this is so weird. How did it not get taken down? And everyone that's been calling me, all my friends are like, how'd you put up a Zeppelin video? Yes, Prince is a blocker. Then is bad. Prince was the worst blocker of all time. I don't think Willie Dixon is saving. Well, I don't know, actually. Watching it right now, John. Look, 100,000 people almost have seen it. So if it gets taken down, that's a lot of people in a day. That's the most ever in a day of a video. But it's weird it didn't get blocked. Britt, email me. Eric, probably because you said YouTube would be a third brother and then they take it down. Jimmy Page watched it 15,000 times. You heard Carolina at Ace Hardware. Oh, man. I know I've made it when I've made it to Ace Hardware. 84,000. You figure I got permission from Atlantic Records. So one of my really old friends, dear friends, is a senior VP at Atlantic Records. So this morning I sent him the video. I sent him I messaged him. I shared the video with him. Writes me back a few hours later. He's like, great video. He's a top guy at Atlantic. So I figured, well, if it gets taken down, I can at least go to him. So there you go. But I made the point on Instagram. I'll see what you guys think about this. All the bands that are the blockers, the biggest blockers, right, are all the bands that had money disputes with them. The Eagles. Where they kicked out band members. Zeppelin never kicked out any band members, right? Who else? The Beatles. Well, they never kicked out any band members, but Pink Floyd. Any band that had beefs over money, these are the ones that are really. The Beatles is Yoko and McCartney, right? Exactly. So the ones that are the Stones didn't know. And not all the Stones songs are blocked. And I don't have any problems, Zach, you're right, with Van Halen. They are not blockers. What's up, Ray? Jimi Hendrix's family has always been notorious for being a pain about this stuff. Eagles is seriously bitter. Yes, you're right. What song is going to be next? I'm going to do Pink Floyd. I've got a couple Pink Floyd options. Yeah, so that's I don't know why it's still up. I'm surprised. Remember how long what's the logic behind the blocker mentality? No problems with Nirvana. The logic is hey Peter. The logic, it's just old bands that are used to making money from publishing. And when they saw streaming come around and YouTube come around, their immediate thing was block everything. Just block everything. And that was it. It's all about money. It's all about money because they don't have enough money. No, I don't begrudge anyone for making money. And they're deserved every cent. But at a certain point, well, I mean, how do they know? How do they know what people's uses are for it? Elton John is a blocker. I'm not sure with every song though. But Prince was a notorious blocker. Prince was an every cover song blocker, like the Eagles. Not all of them are as militant as the others. And they are destroying their own legacy. I will do a Megadeth song. Deb, the reaction videos. Well, one of the reaction videos did a Zeppelin song. He got taken down, but then they did a second one that was of When the Levee Breaks, and they did really short segments, and they would cut to weird spots in the song. They stopped the video about every 10 seconds, I would say. How will people know the song exists if it's nowhere online? Right, exactly. Every time your cover band would upload a Prince cover, you'd receive a cease and desist email. Even tried not mentioning his name. Oh, man. Ridiculous. If you could have seen me, Subi, last night. No, you can't monetize them anyways. It doesn't matter. I'm not even monetizing them. That is the ridiculous thing, right? It's basically, it's the same thing as Zeppelin getting 100,000 views on there. That's it. You know, if I could purchase licenses for these things, would it be worth doing? It'd be worth doing for a few songs. You know, it'd be worth doing for Beatles songs, and, you know, to make some definitive videos. No, see, Frank, I don't even monetize them. I turn the monetization off. It gets monetized to Zeppelin instantly. It recognizes it as their song. I'm not trying to monetize it through my channel. The blockers just to block themselves. Exactly. It's Ethan, you're correct. It's almost impossible to get licensing for Beatles tunes. I put Zeppelin in the title. You know, I couldn't believe that Yes blocked the video. I have no idea why Yes blocked, you know, and I'm sure John Anderson wouldn't know why Yes blocked the video. It's idiotic. It's totally idiotic. I have a real negative, I mean, Fleetwood Mac, the other notorious blocker, once again, they kicked Lindsey Buckingham out of the band, right? These people are so, it's ridiculous. It's, yeah, Martin, it's auto-blocking. Is Stravinsky a blocker? You want to know the first blocking thing I ever experienced was Klaus Ogerman, Michael Brecker. One of my favorite songs. I did a video early in my channel. And they took the sound out. That, I think, is the dumbest thing, is when they leave the video up and they take the sound out. I was telling a story. That's right, Adam did that video on the Rite of Spring. Yeah, I know. You know, Britt, there is a lot of bitterness, but come on, it's already been 18 years, right? Brecker didn't take the song off. It's the label. It's Warner Brothers has a block on that record for some reason, just like all of ECM's content. And I wish that some of you would write ECM Records. Can you guys write letters to ECM Records and tell them not to block these videos or their music? Tell them that I've tried to post ECM Records. I've tried to play things on here, and I will promote. Please, every one of you, if every one of you wrote to ECM Records and say that you guys are ridiculous. You don't need to get a petition. Just send multiple emails. They should not do it. It's hurting their brand. It is free advertisement. I'm trying to do this. Give the contact for ECM. It just look up ECM Records. It'll be right on there. Would they listen to you? Well, if they got enough emails, they would. Tell them about my channel. Tell them that I have, a channel with 500,000 subscribers. And I've tried to play ECM music like Keith Jarrett and Pat Metheny. And Chris Potter I interviewed. And why are they blocking things where I'm trying to promote their record label? That's what you should say. If multiple people send them emails, say I've got 500,000 emails, 500,000 subscribers. I've played and I've played ECM music on live streams and had the videos taken down instantly, when all I'm doing is trying to promote them. That's great, Tom. Please, any of you guys, write them specific letters about this. press@ecmrecords.com. Is that what it is? Oh, they would listen, Britt. They would listen. I think that they would. They just put all their music online within the last year. They went on to iTunes and to Spotify. They know they need to modernize. Dear Manfred Eicher, exactly, Peter. Peter, I know you'll get the. I know you can get an email to him. Look, ECM Records. If I can talk about Keith Jarrett, I can talk about Chris Potter, I can talk about Metheny. There's so many important records that, Peter, I know you can get a message to him. I know that. I know you'd get through to him. Their catalog is amazing, Paul. There's so many great records to talk about. I'm sure that the website is in other languages other than German. Just look up in the corner. I'm sure it'll say you can change it to English. I've been on it before. But all of the I don't think that they'd shut down the thing, emails. I don't think so. It's not like they get 10,000 of them. If they got 50 of them, that's not a lot of emails. I don't know if they have a Facebook page. And snail mail, I don't think it'd have the same impact. Luke, you just sent one? You should drop them a line. Exactly, Paul. There you go. There's the phone number. Frank, there you go. Tell them that, Emmanuel. Say you haven't heard of these artists until you found this channel. They do have a Facebook. Write to them on there, too. And you can call. There you go. Call them. Call them. Shibo, please delete that comment. Don't write that. Shibo, you can't joke about that, man, because you're going to get banned by me. Unless you're talking about I know what you're talking about. They have one playlist on Spotify of their entire collection. Message retracted. There you go. Good. Mm. Record labels should have the brains to know this, Verdi. That's true. They should, but ECM is run by a 74-year-old guy. And he wasn't talking about the thrash band, Renzo. Given tomorrow's date, exactly. Exactly. What makes the song great was the oldest recording I've done. No, the Simon and Garfunkel's older than that. I wrote Pat Metheny's manager 4 times. Only the first time he responded to me. Honestly, I think it's kind of offensive. I really think it's offensive. His name is Jonathan Fritz. Jonathan Fritz? I'm going to look it up, actually, because I want to see. Maybe he responded to me and I missed it. So hold on. Before I trash him here, hold on. Hold on. I want to say it's Fritz, F-R-I-T-Z. Jordan Fritz. Okay, I'm looking. Jordan Fritz. Come on, message. Oh, here we go. Okay. I wrote to him on my birthday in 2017. And he said, "Thanks for writing. I think this would be a great fit for Pat. He's leaving for Europe this week and will not be off the road until mid-June. Can we work out a time when he's back home? Jordan." No, Jordan is Pat's manager. He's not 74. No, Ron. I said, "Hi, Jordan. That works perfectly. I'll reach back out to you in early June to check on some possible dates. Looking forward to it. Best, Rick." Okay. Then I wrote him on June 6th. So that was in April, and then I wrote him on June 6th. No response. I wrote him on May 20th. No response. Then I wrote him on March 13th, 2018. So 9 months later or so. No response. Then I wrote him on August 24th, 2018. When I first wrote him, I had 70,000 subscribers on my channel. When he agreed to do it, I had 70,000 subscribers. And now I have 510,000. But no decency even to write me back. I mean, does he have a new manager? I don't think so. I doubt it. Hold on. Hi, it's Jordan. Wait a minute. What? I wonder if this is Jordan. This said, "Hi, it's Jordan." Somebody just texted me. Jordan who? Not the Jordan I'm talking about. You are kidding me. He's texting me. Are you listening in? How would he know he's watching? That is amazing. Okay, Jordan. Pat, I'm like Pat's biggest fan here. I have played Pat's music on here and been blocked. And you know what? I play it and I say, okay, well, I'm going to play Pat's music and talk about how great it is, knowing that the video is going to get taken down. Why can't I interview Pat? Do I have to have 1 million subscribers on my channel? I'll go anywhere. I want to interview him in person. Please, Jordan. Rick is Pat's biggest fan. I make my daughters listen to Pat in the morning when we're driving to school. My 5-year-old Layla, I said, Layla, do you know who this is? And she rolls her eyes. She is Pat Metheny. I make them point when he plays particular chords on songs. So today I'm listening to You Don't Work for Pat Anymore, You Can't Help Me. Oh, no. Do you know who I can talk to? Point me in the right direction. That is hilarious. I won't tell anyone either, Jordan. Yeah, I know. I got to start talking about Bono now too, right? No. That is hilarious, right? Jordan, I apologize. I apologize to you. Well, there you go. There you go. Man, so who said that on there? Oh, maybe he doesn't manage Pat anymore. Was it you, Jordan? I'm sorry for reading the emails. He's watching right now. I'm talking to this, right? Mike, is that you? No secretary lines either. Okay, well, there you go. Very cool. Well, I will get Pat on here somehow. Pat Metheny. EY, exactly. Well, that is so insane. That is so insane. That shows you right there, right? You know, I asked people on Instagram before I came on here, I said, how many of you know that I have a second YouTube channel? And half the people didn't even know. Email David Geffen. Man, you know, Kinch, what's up? Everybody, follow Streetwise Guitar. That's my buddy Kinch. I was just in one of his newest video. That's 53 minutes long, but it's a video about should people go to college for music. And he emails me, or he interviews me, I should say, in it. And you have to watch the video to see what I say about it, but should you go to music school is the name of the video. And of course, you guys know that I'm a huge believer in school. It'd be hilarious if Metheny was watching. Okay, so Metheny does not have an EY, Andre. That's been Been misspelled a bunch of times. Just Y at the end. He's Irish, I think. Is he Irish, Kinch? I don't know. Kinch is Irish. Books are good. Books are good. At 63, too late for you, Jason. 63 is not too late for anything, man. Never. So I want to tell you, you think Matheny's a French name. Interesting. Wait a second. So on Saturday, I talked with my dear friend Peter Smart, who's 88. You guys know Peter. And we were talking about, we had this great discussion. We were talking about hip-hop music. We were talking about if people, about liking the music that you grew up with, and if, if there are, we were talking about the difficulty staying current with music. And he was talking about how, he just doesn't get, because there's not the harmonic information in, not just hip hop, we were just talking about in contemporary music. And he said, he was saying, look, when I learned standards, and we're talking about, he's done some good stuff, a-hole and all. Oh, no. Oh, brother. So he says that, he was talking about the chord progressions and the lyrics of songs, from the 40s, from the 50s. And he just said that there's not the harmonic content in contemporary music that makes it interesting to him. It's that's what is, and I agree with him. I mean, that's the things that I listen for. That's the stuff that I'm I like strong melodies. I like great lyrics, but you got to have some. Look, either you have a great harmonic language that you're dealing with, that a lot of the old school bands like the Beatles did, or you have sophisticated melodies like Nirvana had, or Pearl Jam or Soundgarden. Or Soundgarden would have sophisticated riffs and things like that. Or you're a band like Periphery that has really interesting, those of you that know the, progressive metal stuff, like Periphery is super interesting and very melodic. And, but there, look, even if I when I went back 20 years and I compared 1997 or 1998 with 2018, most of the music, is even in 98 was still lacking. I mean, it started a downhill. There definitely had a decline in popular music. There was a lot of great music at the time that was going on still in the 90s or 98. It started to descend into nu metal, which there was some, and there was pop punk going on because that was the days of the Warped Tour and those, and bands like Blink-182 and Jimmy Eat World, and you had all the emo bands were starting to happen then. I mean, you really have to go back into the 70s to where the pop music really had some sophistication. I'm talking the top 40 stuff. Anyway, so Chicory Electric Band. Do I know any of that? Of course. I love the Electric Band. I love Gambale. He's amazing. I'd love to interview Frank. He's one of my favorites. I love to interview Chick. Did the decline begin when the money dried up, or did hip hop just take over? Well, there was no there. I don't think there were any viable band. There were no viable radio stations that, if you think about it, you know, radio started to die once the alternative stations of the early '90s died. That was the beginning of the end of the those stations that played nu metal. They went from playing grunge to nu metal. And then they started and then they started it just started to decline, you know, around 2010. So and now there's just no radio stations, and there's no, you know, kids don't buy guitars because they don't hear music on the radio, or they don't, you know, there's no rock stations playing stuff, or they don't even listen to stations. I did produce Flicker Stick Tony. Yes, I've produced a couple songs. Radio shift to satellite and specialized channel for each genre. Exactly. That's exactly what happened, Martin. That's exactly what happened. What is nu metal? Nu metal's like, you know, Chevelle, Linkin Park, bands like that. I would say that they are, you know, a lot of things that happened from '97 on, the metal bands. Even bands that were from before then, bands like Korn, were part of the nu metal movement. Five Finger Death Punch, bands like Shinedown, honestly, that I worked with. Even though that first record's not really nu metal, I wouldn't say. Godsmack is nu metal. Incubus to me is not nu metal. They're really alternative. Limp Bizkit was nu metal. So Nickelback was nu metal, I guess. Filter. Return to Forever. I did just did a video. One of my videos I had Return to Forever on. I had some Return to Forever clips in. Yeah, I guess Nickelback is rock, hard rock. But POD would be a nu metal band, I guess, Ray. Yeah. Early Incubus was nu metal. Yeah, I guess that's true. Deftones got lumped into them, but they were, yes, I agree, they were a lot better. The Carpenters. You know, I've never looked for any Carpenters song. I need to do that. Rage. That's a good question, Kinch. I would say Rage because I always say that there are bands that made it over the 2K hump. Rage got started in 92 or so, right? The first record. I mean, Rage was part of the grunge movement. They weren't a grunge band, but they were part of the grunge movement. And Deftones were not nu metal. They were alternative. They were an alternative band. Deftones was a band that started long before nu metal. So Rage was rap rock, exactly. The only one that's competitive is Tool, but they don't record enough. Not only does Tool not record enough, their music's not available anywhere. They let bands put up stuff. I just think it's amazing, their whole ethic. The fact that they shared my video, it's unbelievable. All right, listen, I'm going to go. You guys are the best. Jordan, thank you for texting me. That was so awesome. Peter, the Carpenters and the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew was the band, right? Actually, no. Karen Carpenter played the drums on that. They must have done their own playing, or did they play? They must have had other people play on that. Okay, you guys are the best. Thank you.